What is going on, folks? Welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I'm going to be doing a review of GFUEL. It's not their newest flavor now because they've brought out a flavor since then, but I will be reviewing Sour Power. This is GFUEL's newest collaboration with the Sonic franchise. They brought this out a couple of months ago for pre-release. I don't normally buy GFUEL flavors where you pay for them and then 3 months later you get the tub. I usually just avoid that, but when this got announced, I hadn't bought a GFUEL flavor in a while, or a new one anyway, so I thought, you know what, I might as well. I'm sorry for not making a video the last couple of weeks. I started a new job and I've been pretty busy with it, just kind of getting used to everything, so I decided to take last week off making a video just because it was too busy. But we are back this week and I'm pretty excited because normally I don't really enjoy the sour flavors, but over the last year or so, GFUEL's sour flavors have actually been getting a little bit, I don't want to say weaker because it makes it sound like they're bad. In terms of the older sour flavors, they were very sour and sometimes not enjoyable. They've kind of toned it down, specifically in things like sour green apple, one of my favorite sour flavors, and then red ooze as well is a very nice sour flavor. So I'm hoping that this goes quite well. It's a raspberry flavor, it's sour raspberry. We have a bunch of raspberry flavors for sale at the minute, including Summit, technically Hype Sauce, it's quite old, and then raspberry iced tea as well. So be interesting to see which kind of flavor profile that this sour one goes down, because although they are raspberry, they all have very different tastes. As usual with the collector's box, getting started with the artwork, we have Knuckles on the front here. We've got the emerald on the side. I'm surprised it's not the green emerald, because isn't that what Knuckles is like the defender of? I don't know. Kind of weird that the red one's on the side there. Very kind of basic artwork. There's not a whole lot going on, but the artwork on the back is pretty cool. Was never a huge fan of the Sonic franchise when I was a kid, but I very loosely follow the franchise now because of GFUEL, and Sonic Peach Rings is a very popular flavor in the community. With the tub, we have a little bit more going on. There's a little bit more bang and a little bit more energy on the design of the tub itself compared to the collector's box. We've got the emeralds and the jewels all on the side. We've got the rings floating about. We've got Knuckles in the middle there. The light's pretty bright, sorry. Overall, artwork on the tub, I prefer it over the artwork on the box. The shaker itself, we've got the Sonic the Hedgehog logo with Knuckles on the front there, and then also the GFUEL logo on the back. Top of the shaker's yellow, the cap is green, and inside the mixer is white. So overall, very Knuckles style color combinations on the shaker. And the sticker that we have, they're back to doing the kind of shape stickers. The rectangle one is not in this box and it is shaped like Knuckles. It's pretty cool. So let's get the tub opened. As I said, sour raspberry, so I'm kind of looking forward to this. I love the raspberry flavors that are out at the minute. Summit's one of my most favorite flavors. Raspberry iced tea is pretty good, and then Hype Sauce is also, Hype Sauce has been a fan favorite since the beginning. And in terms of collaborations that they've done with Sonic in the past, Sour Peach Rings has went down very, very well with the community, so maybe we can get another one going here. As for the smell of the powder, has a very, very strong raspberry smell to it, but the sourness isn't really there. But I guess that'll probably come through when we get it mixed with water. The scooper's not at the top, which, oh no, it is. Let's get this mixed with water and see what we're dealing with. As I've said, I love the raspberry flavor, so I'm hoping that this Sour Power is to raspberry what Doozy Fruit is to Fruit Punch. If anyone's tried both of those, the Doozy Fruit isn't too different from Fruit Punch. It just kind of gives it that little extra kind of tanginess to it. But this is a raspberry candy flavor, and usually the candy flavors are very, very nice from GFUEL. I can already smell it. It smells pretty good. Wow, it actually doesn't smell anything like Hype Sauce or raspberry iced tea. It's kind of similar to Summit, but even then there's more of a sweetness in there. Obviously the Summit flavor is raspberry creamsicle, so like a creamy raspberry. This, you can definitely tell that when they put the raspberry candy in there, I kind of thought that that was just a basic description, but no, this is, you can tell that this is a raspberry flavor kind of sitting on its own. Does smell like it's going to taste very nice, so let's find out. That is nice. And like I said, GFUEL over the last year or so have been toning down the sourness in the flavors. Back in the day with the Sour Pixel Potion, which is the normal grape but with sour added, that is a really strong flavor. And this, they've kind of moved away from that sourness hitting you in the face. It's very faint these days, and this is no different. This is very, very good. The raspberry that's in there, it's definitely not like raspberry iced tea. It's definitely not like Hype Sauce. The one that is similar to the most is Summit, but even then it's only very, very loosely kind of similar to Summit. This is almost a raspberry flavour on its own, like I said. The candiness that's in here makes this raspberry like its own flavour. The sourness is coming through more now that I'm drinking it a little bit more. Still not enough to put me off. In terms of sour flavours, this is definitely up there with things like red ooze and sour green apple. So if you're not a fan, and doozy fruit, if you're not a fan of the sour flavours because of what you've tasted in the past, I think it's probably time to give the sour flavours from G Fuel another try, because they are kind of moving away from like ridiculously sour flavours like sour phaseberry, pixel potion. Those are some strong flavours. They're not too popular, but the sour flavours that are coming out recently are very popular, and I think this is going to be up there with the rest of them. I think this flavour, if they remove the sourness, could be a flavour on its own. I would love to see that. I've always said that we need a raspberry flavour on its own. This is probably the closest thing we're going to get, because there's nothing else in this. It's just sour raspberry. Whereas the other ones is raspberry and iced tea. We've got the creamsicle and raspberry for Summit. We've got raspberry and lemonade for Hype Sauce. There's probably another one that I'm forgetting, but I have said ever since the Tetramino box came out and there was blue raspberry in there that we need more raspberry flavours. They started bringing some out, but I think we do need a G Fuel version of this without the sourness, but even with the sourness in there, it is very nice. Very all-round sweet flavour. I would drink that as a daily. Usually I don't really drink sour flavours in the morning as soon as I wake up, because it's just too much, but I could down a shaker of this in the morning. Now that I think about it, just like I do with doozy fruit and sometimes sour green, because we are kind of coming into like a new age almost of sour flavours. Either way, I'm very happy with this. I hope that they make a raspberry flavour on its own, but if you want a raspberry flavour which is just raspberry on its own, pick this up. The sourness isn't enough to really put you off, in my opinion. I think it's definitely worth the try. And who knows, maybe with all these raspberry flavours coming out, we're moving closer to a raspberry flavour on its own. But I'm gonna wrap up the review there. If you enjoyed this, make sure you give the video a like. Subscribe to the channel for more reviews. I've got loads more reviews coming in the next couple of weeks. And if you want to watch me play games live, make sure you're following me on Twitch. The link is down in the description. At the minute, I am really enjoying Fortnite and some VR games kind of sprinkled in there. But thank you for watching, guys. Take it easy, and I will see you in the next video.